Hello, and I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining me in the Think Tank today. Well, this week, President Biden will be giving his State of the Union address. And every year, the president does that. It's part of his duties to tell us how America is doing. But it comes from his perspective. Whoever the president is gets to kind of share from his, and it's funny to watch it because you'll see those on whoever is the president. Doesn't matter who the president is. One side will cheer louder than the other side. Sometimes one side won't cheer at all because they don't like that person who's in there, and they have to all save face and do a certain thing. It's amazing how bipartisan our politics are, how cut and dry they are. It's like made even a good point that sounds for everybody. You'll see people still sitting on their hands. It doesn't matter if it's a Republican in the White House or a Democrat like we have now. Both sides do it to each other, and you wonder why there's gridlock and why things just don't seem to get done properly. Because we have a tough time getting along. Period. And the State of the Union. And they're going to talk about what's great and to say how it can be better and rarely is I don't my 51 years I've rarely just seen that. I can't remember a State of the Union address where the guy came out and said America's terrible. Haven't heard that one yet. Maybe it's coming this week. I don't know. But because they don't do that, why? Because they want you to trust them. It's an election year too. They're definitely going to be a political one this week to say why you should vote for him again because he's up for re-election. It doesn't matter where you stand in the political spectrum. We're not here talking about politics. We're saying, hey, it's a thing that happens every year in our country. But what you got to understand is, there's a State of the Union address, but Jesus Christ is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and no matter what goes on, God's still in charge of it all. God still has a plan, and we can't alter that plan. We have our parts to play and we can play it. And there's times we don't play our part in the thing, but God still gets his plan done, whether we want to do it done or not. He will use someone else or whatever. But God, he has his State of the Union is simply this. Hey, I'm still giving you time for everybody to come to know me. I want everyone to come to know me. I want the whole world to know who I am. I wish everyone would choose my gift of salvation. Fortunately, not everybody will. And the State of the Union, the state of the world is not a great place. God even says at the end, you're going to see all kinds of things happen. Pestilence in various places, wars or rumors of wars, all these different things going on. And but he says, don't worry about them because guess what? These all have to happen. They're part of the plan. Because why are these happening? Because people don't understand, that you could have peace and security in Jesus Christ if you just simply give your life over to him. Things could be falling apart here in the United States, or if you're watching another country in your country. But over Jesus, God makes promises to his people. I will separate the holy from the unholy. I will show them, hey, if you follow me, hey, even though everything else around you seems to be going downhill, I can still bless you and lift you up because I am the glory and the lifter of your head. Psalms chapter 3. What an amazing thing that is. That we trust in the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Doesn't matter what's going around us. We know we have an eternal destiny in heaven. What an amazing thing that is. That really there's nothing on earth that man can do to you. There's really nothing. Because one day this earthly body is going to go away. The whole earth's going to go. We're going to be living in a new heavens and a new earth with the Lord, where peace and prosperity will be normal. Where dwelling in the presence of God will be all the time. We will have incredible joy. And we don't have to worry because God is an ultimately fair and just God who always does what's right. And he loves you and he wants to do things to benefit you. What an amazing thing that is. So as you hear about people talking about, and this year, it's just really the kickoff to the political season because it's a presidential election year. It really is kind of like one of the first big salvos to be thrown into that election going forward. You can watch the State of the Union, but remember as you watch it, that's their idea or his idea or whoever wrote his speech's idea, his party's idea. It doesn't really matter. It matters is where's your heart? Is your heart with the King of Kings and Lord of Lords? Is it with him? Is it with him? Yeah, all those other things are going to take place, but God's going to keep you safe. God's going to keep you secure. God's going to prosper your life because he loves you and you're his kid. Keep that in mind. Keep your focus on that. And you don't have to worry about everything else that everybody's going to worry about. And why does God do that? You know why. Because Jesus loves you. I love you. And you're absolutely awesome.